Hello, good morning children. Welcome back in our science world. In previous video we have started our 11th lesson soil. In that lesson we discussed about the soil. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth surface and due to the weathering the soil is formed. And soil consists of stones, clay, sand, pebbles and humus. Now we discuss the remaining part of this lesson. So first of all children, you open the textbook and listen carefully, and after that you also read. Types of soil. Soil are different types depending on where they are found, as well as qualities such as a color, texture, fertility. The soil found in a coastal areas is quite different from that found in a mountainous region. Now I explain this part only. Children, you can see the soil. The soil color is the same? No. Some soils are red in color, some are white in color, some are brown in color. So there are various types of soil. And the soil is mainly classified by its texture, properties and different forms of organic and mineral compositions. So today we discuss the types of soil. There are three types of soil. One is a sandy soil, second one is a clayey soil, and third one is a loamy soil. So one by one I read and I explain these types of soil. First one, sandy soil. Sandy soil is made up of sand with very little quantities of clay and humus. It is found along seashore and in coastal areas. The soil has a grainy texture and comprises yellow, grey or light brown sand particles. Sandy soil is unable to hold water since there is a lot of space between the soil particles. Hence the plants such as watermelon and coconut that grow in a sandy soil are found near river banks, oases and seashores. Now I explain the sandy soil. So listen. Sandy soil. It is the first type of a soil and it consists the small particles of weathered rock. Sandy soil is one of the poorest type of a soil. Why? Because in sandy soil all sandy particles are very far away from each other. So they does not hold the more amount of water. It is the first reason. And another one, it does not contain clay and it does not consist humus, and that humus is a very important for plants growth. That's why the sandy soil is the poorest soil as compared to the other two soils. Now the sandy soil, it is yellow, grey or light brown in color. And in sandy soil only watermelon and the coconut can grow, and another plants which can need very less amount of water only those plants can grow in sandy soil. And this sandy soil are found near the river banks, oases and seashores. Now the uses of sandy soil. Now sand, everyone knows sand. When we build our home or any construction, in construction areas they use the sand because it is the important part in a construction. So sand is used in a building and construction work. Another use, that is the sand or silica. It is used in a manufacture of glass. By using that sand or silica, glass is manufactured. So these are the uses of sandy soil. Now the next part. Are you seeing in desert there is a greenery? No, because in desert area is a barren area. Why? Because in desert area there is a presence of sandy soil. That's why all types of plants cannot grow in a desert. That's why the desert areas are barren areas. Got now why they are barren? Now the next one. Clayey soil. Clayey soil, as the name suggests, clayey soil is largely made up of clay. Its tiny and sticky particles allow it to hold a lot of water. There is hardly any space for air between the particles of clayey soil. As a result, most of plants do not grow well in clayey soil as it is unable to provide enough air for the roots. Only plants such as paddy, jute and certain types of grasses that need a lot of water grow well in clayey soil. Pure clay is used to make bricks, earthen pots, roof tiles, clay toys and statues, etc. Now I explain about the clayey soil. The second type of a soil, that is a clayey soil. Clayey, its name suggests it consists lots of clay. Now clayey soil. Clay is the smallest particle among the other two types of soil. And the particles of clay soils are very tightly packed together. All particles are closely packed. There is no air space and the clayey soil can hold more amount of water and there is no air space between the particles. So all plants cannot grow in the clayey soil. Why? Because it does not have any air space between the particles, so the roots does not get sufficient amount of air and it hold more amount of water. So the plant which can need more amount of water na, only those plant can grow in the clayey soil. For example, paddy means rice, jute and certain types of grasses. These plants need more amount of water, so these plants can grow in the clayey soil. Got na? So the clayey soil, it is not ideal for all types of plant. Now the uses of clayey soil. Clay. The clay is used to make the bricks. It is the first use. It is used to make the earthen pots, roof tiles, clay toys and statues. So pure clay is used to make the bricks, earthen pots, roof tiles, clay toys and statues. So these are the uses of clayey soil. Now I read the next part. Loamy soil. Loamy soil is a mixture of clay and sandy soil. It has a sufficient air spaces between its particles and can hold more water and air. It also contains humus. Loamy soil is ideal for healthy plant growth. Soil is very important for growth of plant life. It provides valuable nutrients to the plant. The roots also draw water for the plant from the soil. Manure is added to the soil that are not very fertile so that the plant receives adequate nutrients for its growth. Manure compresses dead and decomposed plant and animal matter, humus, and is very rich in essential nutrients. Now I explain this part only. Now the third type of a soil, it is a loamy soil. Loamy soil, it is a combination of sandy soil and clayey soil. Means it is a mixture of sandy soil and clayey soil. So the loamy soil can possess the both soil properties, means sandy soil properties also and clayey soil properties also. And this loamy soil, it is ideal for all plants growth. Why? Because loamy soil is a mixture of sandy soil and clayey soil and it has a sufficient air space. It has a sufficient air space between the particles and it can hold the water. It can hold the sufficient water and it also contain the humus. So the loamy soil is ideal for all plants growth. So that the loamy soil is called as a agricultural soil because it is good for all plants growth. Now the next one, for the plants production or crop production, farmers add manure in their field or in the soil. Now manure means what? Manure comprises dead and decomposed plant and animal matter and it is very rich in essential nutrients. Now how can the manure prepared? Are you seeing? compost manuring or compost farming. So the farmers dig a very big one pit. In that pit they can add the dead leaves and the cow dung and the animal excreta and all the sometime they throw the all animal dead bodies or everything they fill up in the dig, and after some days there is a formation of compost manure, and that compost manure is very rich in humus and it is very good for the plant's growth. Got now what is manure and how it is formed? Now I read the next part. Soil, home to living things. Plants grow in a soil. Soil is also home to many small insects and animals. Slugs and snails eat bits and pieces of dead animals and plants present in the soil. Earthworms turns the soil, thereby letting air into it. Additionally, their excreta also makes the soil fertile. Hence, they are called friends of farmers. Other insects like ants, beetles, millipedes, centipedes also live in the soil. Small animals such as rabbits make their burrows in the soil. Now I explain this part. So what? Soil. Soil, it is a home of some living things. Are you see rabbit? Rabbit where can live? Rabbit it can live in the burrows and they can make the burrows in the soil. So there are many different types of animals that live in the soil. Soil is a living dynamic resources. It helps grow food, fiber and food. Now some animals like insect and snail, earthworms, rabbit, they can live inside the soil. So soil is the home for these animals. Now earthworm is called as a friends of farmer. Earthworms are called friends of farmer because these earthworms live in the soil, and when they are want to come upon the soil, they turn up the soil, and by letting, so the earthworm turns up the soil by letting air into it. When they comes above the soil, the air come inside the soil, and they eat the soil and they excrete the soil also, and that excreta is very fertile. It is very good for the plant's growth. That's why the earthworms are called as a friends of farmer. Got now why? Because the earthworms turns the soil by letting air into it, and their excreta make the soil very fertile. So here we completed our lesson number 11. Now I tell the summary of this lesson. First of all, we learned about the soil. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's surface. After that, we learned about the formation of soil. Due to the weathering of rocks, the soil is formed. Then composition of soil. Soil can consist the stones, pebbles, small particles of the earth and the humus. These are the composition of soil. Then we learned about the layers of soil. There are 3 layers. First one, topsoil, subsoil and rocky layer. After that, we discussed about the types of soil. The first one is the sandy soil. Sandy soil, it is the poorest soil because these soil particles are very far away from each other. They can't hold more water and does not contain more humus. Then second, we learned about the clayey soil. The clayey soil, in clayey soil, all particles are closely packed and there is no air space in between the particles, and it can hold more water. So all plants cannot grow in the clayey soil. After that, we discussed about the loamy soil. Loamy soil, it is ideal for all plants growth because it has a sufficient amount of air space, it can hold the sufficient amount of water and it contain more amount of humus. So it is a ideal or agricultural soil. Next, we discussed soil is a home of living things. Living things like earthworms, ant, millipede, centipede, these some insect or animals can live in the soil. And the earthworms are called friends of farmer because the earthworms turns the soil by letting air into it, and their excreta also make the soil very fertile. So here we completed our lesson number 11. So children, you watch the all videos, read the lesson. So up to there children, stay home, stay safe. Thank you children.